Okay, do you feel like marriage was bad in the West, in the Western hemisphere, in the West, because men want to be feminine and women want to be masculine?
Oh, I don't. I don't have the percentages on that. I don't have the percentages on that, but
I got
I
a
have seen that.
I got a percentage for you. Almost 50% of marriages are initiated in 50% of marriages don't work out in America. They end up in divorce, and they initiated 85% of them are initiated by women.
Mm, okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know how I would take that because I only put myself in that kind of perspective. If I decided to switch the role and then my husband decided to switch the role or something like that, honestly, I don't know if I would be able to accept that. But I know my husband's heart and I know exactly what he is. And if he decided to want to go the opposite way, then I'm like, I don't know. That would have to be the hard pill for me to swallow. But I don't know if I could juggle that yet because I haven't really been in that kind of predicament to even know how it would be. But maybe I don't know.
Right, right. I mean, back to the Lil Wayne situation though. You said if your husband can go, basically you want him to be like a cuck though. Just watch, he'll be a cuck. If he can't, he'll be a cuck.
I mean, he don't. I mean, a cup sitting on the nightstand.
No, a cuck, somebody who watched their woman be with another man.
Oh, no. I mean, I think just that in that situation in particular, because he knows. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, because he knows. So what I'm saying is, if he decided to want to sit and chill, he could. But if he wanted to also participate, he could. And it wouldn't even if he wanted to go and walk the beach while whatever is happening, then that is fine with me too. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he knows that. But honestly, you said just 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even take what it is in that 24 hours. I may just have coffee all night. Or I may just go to dinner and chill and walk too for the whole night. So it just depends.
That's cap. That's cap. Oh, that's cap. Nah. I don't believe
or
it.
whatever. I'm gonna just say whatever because we don't know, right?
Nah. You know, Lil Wayne invited you to his room. You know he want to have sexual intercourse. So let's be real, man. His lyrics even speak for itself, though. Man, come on. You said what?
And I am okay with that.
I know that's right. Okay, so
I have his whole tattoo in his name right there, Weezy. I actually wrote it. Weezy. Weezy.
Well, okay, cool. What's your thoughts on this? There's a woman going viral, and she's a married woman who has OnlyFans, and she didn't tell her husband.
Now, see, she wrong for that. She wrong for not telling her husband. She wrong for that. Because how you bring some first off, how you bring some money up in here? How you bringing money up in here and you not sharing it with your spouse? Like me and my husband, we good. Like, when he got money, I got money. When I got money, he got money. And that's just what it is. And I get good money. I'm a travel nurse. So my husband don't want for anything. I don't want for anything at all. At all. We have a whole nother house in a whole nother state in a whole nother country. I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I would tell my husband. I told him, as a matter of fact, while we on this subject, real quick.
Yeah.
I was on live, right, on TikTok live, and I told my husband the other day, actually just a couple of days ago, I was like, babe, I was on live on TikTok, and I was like, I made $20. He was like, $20, that's all? I was like, what you mean, that's all?
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny. It was just like a funny kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to thousands and millions and stuff like that, of course I would have told my husband. But it was just funny. That just kind of...
First of all, OnlyFans people ain't making that much money like that unless you're a celebrity. So really, people on OnlyFans only making minimum wage at best. So I mean, it ain't really much to go nuts over. Okay, I got a couple more. What do you miss about your childhood the most?
Being with my my family. My family that's like my dad. Actually, it's my mom's brother and his family. My aunt-in-laws, and then my cousin. She's my first cousin. I miss really being with them because I always moved from state to state, all that stuff with my mom and everything, and I really wasn't stable as much. So anytime I went to their house or I did anything, it was always like just a family moment. They always was eating, always having Christmas, always, opening gifts, having barbecues, just everything, things that a child should be around, doing everything. And I never really got a chance to do that because my mom just moved from state to state. And I really didn't get to know like my family and stuff like that. So I think just my childhood.
Okay. What is your ethnicity?
Is Black and Indian, and my dad is Cuban.
Oh, I think it was breaking up. Say it again for me again.
I said my mom is Black and Indian,
Okay.
like Native Indian, and then my dad is Cuban.
Okay. So you are Black. What you saying?
Of course I am. My mom is 100%, maybe 100% Black. My grandma, my uncle, my granddad, her dad, he is Black and Indian, but his grandma, my great grandma, she's full Indian. Apache. We have Apache, Blackfoot, and Cherokee.
Okay. Do you feel like these are the 6 steps for a woman to keep a man? Learn how to cook, be feminine, long hair, makeup, nails, etc. Don't nag him over trivial things. Be debt free. Don't be a single mom, and know how to please him in bed.
Oh, all of those sound real good to be 6. But also, it's more than that. But that's a part of it. I feel like those are probably the bottom 6.
You said what? What the last part you said? I couldn't hear you.
I feel like those are. I feel like those are probably the bottom 6.
Okay.
Because
What's your 6?
pleasing them in bed don't. I think number 1, first off, you said keep one. I think, of course, communication is always going to be 1. Communication and understanding always going to be 1. And also, I feel like, yes, cooking. I don't know if they're in that order or not, but of course, cooking. No long hair, no light skin, all of that stuff don't even matter. Because whatever color you are, if you make that person happy and you support your man and you're there for your man, it doesn't matter what color you are.
Okay.
Yeah, and then of course you said those are the bottom 6. So yeah, the end bed, it's in there, and it matters. You know what I'm saying? It matters and it don't matter. I'll say that because some people also feel a different kind of way, but this is other ways to please your spouse and not in a sexual kind of way, or you don't have to do all that.
Facts. Okay. This one. Okay, it's a list of things men refuse to pay for if they're not married. I'm gonna say them, and I want you. And at the end, I want you to agree or disagree. See what you think about it. They say the list of things men refuse to pay for if we are not married: bills, rent, house, car, hair, nail, bags, purses, jewelry, designer, vacation, furniture in your crib, plastic surgery, bottles at the club, weed. Car repairs, food for another man's kids, gas, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, snacks, and tithing for church. You agree or disagree? Men shouldn't pay for those things if they aren't married.
Oh God, that's so hard. I agree.
Well, why you feel like it was hard?
I agree and I disagree. It's a perfect in between. It's a love-hate relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
The reason again why I say that is because this. And I only really can put myself in this kind of situation. Before I married my husband, we've been knowing each other since we were young, since we were babies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and he was buying a lot of things. I mean, now I can't say, okay, a car, and I can't say this as a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Well, he did buy me a BMW, but we were engaged, if that counts. But no, there's certain things that a guy should pay for. If the girl is giving up the goods, if she's giving up the goods, then of course maybe he could. He should pay for it. But no, it's not obligated for him to pay for anything. It's really not. And that's how I feel. If you want to do those things, you can. And I'm okay with that, and I'm gonna accept it. But I'm not gonna make you pay anything because that don't make no sense. First off, I'm not gonna be with somebody I feel like if I'm not with him, I can't take care of myself or I can't take care of my bills. You know. So
okay.
if you with me and you can afford them and you feel like, oh, okay, you know, she good. I know she ain't with me because of that. Then yeah, pay whatever you want to pay.
Okay, we gotta move on. Okay, this is a good one right here. Now, a couple of weeks ago, they were saying that the Cheesecake Factory is not a good, acceptable first date or whatever. A lot of people on the internet were saying the Cheesecake Factory is a cheap date. I think it's pretty expensive if you ask me. I spent $80 when I went to the Cheesecake Factory on my birthday. Like, what's your thoughts on the Cheesecake Factory? Females on the internet saying that's not an acceptable first date.
I don't know because I think it is. I think food. They always say that food is a way to a man's heart. Well, food is actually a way to a woman's heart too, because you have to know that sometimes we get grouchy when we don't eat. You know, and for me, like I said, a cup of coffee. I'm very simple, but I'm also there's a part of class too that is like, okay, I'm not gonna just take no. I don't just want no cheap cup of coffee, but. No, I'll take the Cheesecake Factory. And you can give me a piece of the cheesecake if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. And take a drink. It is acceptable. It is fine. It is fine. I've been on probably worse dates than that. I've been on dates to McDonald's, to Checkers, to KFC when they had them honey barbecue wings. I sure did. Back in the day, I went on a date, sure did. And that didn't matter to me, you know? Because food is food. And if you're enjoying that person's company, it don't matter what you eat.
Yeah, because they say these are delusional places. These females take them on the first date. Delusional bitches think you finna take them on the first date. It's Roof Chris, swimming with dolphins, skydiving, helicopter rides, Morton Steakhouse, Short House, Jamaican food, Jamaica, to the bank to withdraw your money from, Dr. Miami, a wig, to buy them a Hellcat, a light bill. So, like, you know, those are the stuff women really think they gonna go on the first date, though.
Oh, no. No, I don't expect that. You know, I didn't expect it when I went on my very first date with my husband. My very first date with him, we were 21 years old, and he had leave from the Navy, and he had just asked me, you know, did I want to go? He came to pick me up from my grandma's house. I was 21 years old. We went to TGI Fridays. We went to the mall, and we went to the movies, and we saw After the Sunset with Selma Hayek.
Okay.
So that was my first date with my husband. So I didn't care about going to no like a fast food restaurant. I didn't expect it. And if you take me in a helicopter ride, first off, I don't even know if I would go in a helicopter ride on the first date because that's already risky. No, thank you. I want to stay on land.
Okay, cool. Okay. What's the most money you spent on food, and what was it?
Ooh. I probably would say, oh my god, probably a Wagyu steak.
You said how much it was?
It probably I want to say probably maybe about 300, and it wasn't even big.
What kind of steak this was? God damn.
It was a Wagyu like a Wagyu, and it was like in a tomahawk steak, so it was real big, like super big.
It was worth $300.
Not to me. I would have took just a plain old like nice ribeye. I like a T-bone too, but sometimes I don't like the bone right there. I just like to get right with my steak. I like it medium well, just a very little pink where it's still kind of cooking. I love a steak. I love seafood though, so
Facts.
that's my weakness.
Okay.
That's my weakness.
They say there's a quote. They say if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact you must take care of your responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better. What's your thoughts on that statement?
What was the first part?
It say men, if the DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take care of responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better.
First off, with the baby, if the man only wants to stay there, if he wants to, because at that point, I would have already led up to this before we even went to court, and we already knew, or whatever the paternity is, letting them know, like, look, if you want to stay in this child life, you can, and if not, then you can move around because you're not really obligated to do it. Because at this point, it's all on me, and I have to take care of my child. But if you want to do that, if you want to stand up and you want this and you want to do that, then sure, you can do it. But if you out of my life and we're not together no more, and I decide to move on and I do get another boyfriend, then I think that I would kind of stop that, because that's really not his child. Until I was single again, I say, hey, I'm not with someone, but if you decide to want to still be in my child's life, you can. But while I'm dating someone, I think that that's disrespectful. If a guy wanted to keep coming, and I got somebody already, and me and him is just friends at this point, because you already not my baby daddy, but I feel like you obligated. So if you want to, but that's a conversation I would have to have. And if you didn't want to do that, then so be it.